How do you know when it's time to give up and when to push forward? Our carefully planned expedition to find Risso's dolphins quickly turned into a nightmare. We had all of the reasons to give up.
Fuck!
But sometimes it's the resilience and continuous pushing forward which leads you to even larger reward.
That is Risso! That is Risso!
I'm going to show you something remarkable, but to get there, you have to understand what we went through. On the very first day of our expedition, an unexpected storm came up. We couldn't go to our main destination, an island Gökçeada, and got stuck in Istanbul. Not to waste our time, we arranged a small boat right next to it on the island Eybiliada.
And thankfully to our friend Jakub, he offered us this little boat, his private boat for the research, absolutely for free.
It was my dream since I bought the boat to do something useful like this.
Great.
We're on a very important mission, because data from this research will help to protect not only dolphins, but the whole marine area.
I think it's coming, it's like at 4 o'clock.
Common dolphins. Okay.
Should I follow?
And they are tiny babies.
Oh,
A
okay.
small one. Oh, look at this!
Nice.
Wow.
The good news that we found quite a big pod of bottlenose dolphins.
But at the same time, I've lost our 1,000-year worth drone here.
It was my stupid mistake. I launched it and for some reason it starts to hover, but then as soon as I took my hand off, it fell down.
Take off.
Fuck!
And also, our hydrophone broke down. All of this on the very first day. But on the next day, the weather suddenly improved.
Look at tomorrow. Look. Look. This is good.
Perfect.
4 knots is like a baby weather. It's like
Storm is gone.
Yes, maximum 10
We have 3 days.
We called a boat owner to confirm, but instead found out about another problem.
The boat is not ready. The boat is on land.
on the land. I'm going to call the captain now. Ben içeceğim.
But none of the captains wanted to risk and go out in the sea in such unpredicted conditions.
He's calling the harbor master, and the harbor master is definitely going to tell us whatever is the situation.
But harbor master was not in the harbor on this day.
I don't know. So I think we are just going to take the risk.
We decided to take a risk, with some hope that somehow it's going to work. We checked out of the hotel, got onto the ferry back to Istanbul, where we will rent a car and drive all night to Gökçeada Island, and we'll just see the situation there.
So now we are in Istanbul, we are renting the car. All the planning is very chaotic.
Owner of the boat, he doubled the price. So it's very confusing and we are in the middle of solving the logistical problem of getting there in the morning.
I am confused.
It's 5 a.m. we wake up at 2 a.m. and we're still going. Now it starts to rain. We still don't know if we get the boat because they raised the price twice.
Another few hours of driving so that we got on time for the first ferry in the morning, a quick selfie, then a quick nap on the ferry because none of us really slept that night. And here we are, finally in Gökçeada Island. But of course, there's another surprise in the port.
Yesterday no one wanted to go because they said the weather is gonna be terrible, but today there are actually 2 boats waiting for us. Somehow we managed to book 2 boats at the same time. They're very different in sizes. One is very big, second is very small. Both of them are fishing boats, by the way. They're not meant for the research. Both of them for the same price. Now we just have to choose the boat we want to go. So the one behind me, that's the biggest one. I bet we're gonna take this one.
Drama. Lots of drama. They had this inner fights in between. And then when he heard that I'm going out with him, he got very upset. But then I hugged him and he forgave.
Okay, finally we can embark on the boat. So we're putting all our gear and equipment for the research onto it. And the most important gear is this huge hydrophone.
We charge our system from separate car battery to avoid of interference and also disruption in the signal from the boat. And then we feed it into this huge box with a computer where we could see in real time and hear basically anything what's happened underwater. That's the hydrophone itself. It's got this interesting liquid inside, like an oil. And as soon as it will be deep enough, we'll put it outside. Okay, it's a rough ride. I never imagined it's gonna be so wet here. Fishing boat is not for the beginners. The sea also quite rough and we're all wet already, and we just started our research. So definitely this type of boats are not suited for the research, but that's the only one were available and the only one we could afford. There are some advantages though. It's much more easier to launch a drone from here rather than from the yachts or sailing boats, which are typical would be for this type of researches. "200 meters and it takes quite a while to put it down."
I'm on the watching tower right now and it's the highest spot on this boat. As you can see, it's super shaky. You have to hold to something at all times, and there's always someone on the lookout, at least one person, so we don't miss dolphins or whales.
Yeah, there are some clicks from the beam. There were whistles, so there are animals around.
Nice.
We try to see them there.
Well, yeah, we've got very powerful hydrophones, so we're looking around and trying to find them now.
They're coming from behind or front, no?
From the side.
From the side?
During the day we found few large groups of common dolphins and also striped dolphins.
I don't know where he is. Oh my god!
They've been jumping like crazy in front of the boat. We even found a shark.
It's a shark!
Oh my god!
It's so fast! Oh!
It's a yellowfin tuna, Eileen just said.
The tail was more like tuna. I saw the tail. It's tuna.
Well, that was tuna. But anyway, it was all very productive and exciting. But actually no use for us, because our target species are Risso dolphins, and today we haven't found them. We have to skip day 4, because indeed the wind was too strong to go out to the sea. And today is our last day, and for the first half of it we haven't seen anything yet.
Here's the kitchen. I look, in Turkey they have these like double pots. Reminds me of very packed house. None of us really spends time here unless someone wants to brew a tea or coffee. Cheers. Oh, so strong.
We decided to go as far to the open sea as possible to find Rissos, and it's our last hour left before we have to turn back and return to the port.
I might have possible clicks at like 30 bearing.
Understood. Over.
Yeah, it's waiting game, because station spends maybe 5-10% of their life on land. The rest 90% they're underwater, so we're trying to catch this very little moment of their life.
I bought clicks and whistles, but unusual. They start from like 10 kilohertz and goes up to like 40-50 kilohertz. And whistles are very short. With Risso dolphin, their whistles also very short as well. But because I can only see them in my spectrogram, but not on my click detector yet, I'm not 100% sure. We need to get closer and let's hope that they're in front of us. Tamam de. They got the dolphins.
Yeah.
be very surprised if it's striped dolphin or buttoned dolphin. The clicks are so unusual. Something improved. Wait. They're small. They're so tiny. This is striped dolphin.
Oh, yeah.
And it should be on the stripe. 1, 2, 3, 4. But there has to be.
Oh, there are much more.
And 20 to 40.
Alan, you sure that's not the one you've heard?
Yes. Click pattern that we have now and the click pattern we had from distance are not the same. And the suspected species for me is Risso dolphins, but maybe I'm just imagining, so. Look, there is another group over there. You see on the right.
Yeah.
Wait, that could be, wait, no, come on. That is Risso, Risso, I think it's Risso. Wait, I don't know. Please be Risso.
Risso? Risso? Yeah!
Yes, I told you. 5 Rissos. Let's do the drone, yes, 100%.
And what we found was quite stunning. Striped dolphins were playing and chasing Rissos. At some point they even circled them around. Rissos were sharply turning and slapping the water with their tails. So we've seen so much interesting interactions and behaviors from them. It was incredible.
We got it!
Yes!
That was stressful.
I can't believe that, stripes like this size, Rissos are this size, and still
Stripes
we were the one who got chased.
Yeah.
Yes.
feels so good. As soon as I landed the drone, we are taking out our hydrophone and we're heading as fast as we can back to the port because we're really far away. But the research is over and I think that was a great success.
We were in a kindergarten. These Risso dolphin babies, these striped dolphin babies, were playing hide and seek. They were playing tag. It was so cool. Now we have another change of plan. We may miss the ferry.
No, don't tell me.
So now we need to arrange a place to stay.
How much money you spent on this expedition?
So much. I think more than 3,000 euro.
And that's your personal money?
And this is a personal money. But at the end, it's worth it. We got such an important data. As we always say, knowledge is the only strength we have. And if we don't know, we cannot protect it. So all these informations are very important. I'm glad we made it. I'm glad I lost 3,000 euro from my pocket. But it's all good because there's more important things than the money. So this is good, we made it. I'm so glad we changed the plan 1 million times. All the drama, it worth it.
We're heading very fast to the port to catch the last ferry from this island.
Right now it was the situation when it was all worth it, and it's so good, because not always, again guys, not always works like that. It always seems like it's difficult, you push through and you have success, but today it turned out to be 100% true.
So guys, if you want to support DMAT, they really need funds to do these expeditions. The links will be under this video, or if you want to volunteer, also all the information. And as usual, support our channel, subscribe to Patreon, and be brave to act.
Thanks for watching. Be brave to act.